Picture this. A group of passionate rebels, their hearts burning with the desire for change, gather in secret to plan their uprising. They've spent months organizing, strategizing, and building support for their cause. The air is thick with anticipation, and hope flows through their veins like electricity. But here's the thing about rebellions. They don't always end the way stories tell us they should. Sometimes the underdogs don't emerge victorious. Sometimes the carefully laid plans crumble like a house of cards in a storm. Take the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794, for instance. American farmers rose up against a tax on whiskey, believing they could stand against the newly formed government. Instead, they faced an army of 13,000 troops led by George Washington himself. Their rebellion crushed before it truly began, or consider the Paris Commune of 1871. For 2 brief months, workers and revolutionaries held control of Paris, dreaming of a new social order. But when the government forces arrived, their dreams were shattered in what became known as the Bloody Week. You see, failed rebellions teach us something profound about human nature. They remind us that change isn't just about passion or righteousness. It's about timing, resources, and sometimes pure luck. For every successful revolution in history, there are dozens of failed attempts that history has nearly forgotten. But here's the twist. These failures aren't always entirely in vain. They plant seeds. They leave marks. The Peasants' Revolt of 1381 in England failed, but it shook the foundations of feudal society. The Decembrist Revolt in Russia was crushed, but it inspired generations of future revolutionaries. The truth is, sometimes the most powerful impact of a rebellion isn't in its immediate success or failure, but in how it changes the conversation, how it shifts perspectives, how it forces society to confront uncomfortable truths. Every failed rebellion is a chapter in humanity's ongoing story of struggle and evolution. So perhaps the real question isn't whether a rebellion succeeds or fails, but what echoes it leaves behind in the corridors of history. Because sometimes in failing, we lay the groundwork for future victories we'll never see.